Well, hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm a first-year animation student at Sheridan, and I'm a student of the Animation Tutor. So I spent the last 2 years working really hard with both mentorship and just practice, trying to get into Sheridan. And I really have to say, the most important advice that I ever got was just start early. Just start super early and give yourself the time and invest in yourself with both time and mentorship. So how I've heard the Sheridan portfolio described was like the undergrad, right? Because Sheridan is like grad school for artists, you know? So this time is really your training and you're investing in yourself to try and build up your skills. I mean, like even after 2 years of working towards this portfolio, I'm already able to get entry-level freelance jobs with just the skills I have before I've even done a year of training at Sheridan. So that really speaks to how these 2 years are really like your undergrad, your training, so don't be afraid to invest in yourself. So the portfolio is big, right? This is a challenge for any art student. And I'd say like you really want something you can tackle first and start early with this stuff because the requirements don't come out for a couple months, but really you can get started on stuff much sooner. So I'd say your answer to what to start with, personal works. So for personal works, honestly, some of the best portfolios that I've ever seen get into Sheridan are ones that just had amazing personal works, like just blow you out of the water. Stuff that showcases just a huge breadth of skill, like creativity, like you would not imagine. So like how do we start doing that, right? How do you start showing them you can do everything? And I'd say really you want to start with a story. What Sheridan is looking for is storytellers. They can teach you really some of the technical skill, which you obviously have to show that you have, but they really want to see someone who has a whole library of stories to tell. So what you want to do for personal works is really try and let those stories bleed through every part of the work that you're doing, your layouts, your prop design, your character design, right? And even stuff that isn't expressly in the requirements, right? So stuff like animatics and 3D animation, right? And what I really find was the Animation Tutor's virtual animation summer camp. I've been a part of it a number of times. I've helped with it several times, and really that is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. So he takes a story, right? So a simple folk tale, right, as the seed for the personal works, and we try to build many art pieces all around the story. So really learning how to like have something as simple as a broom really tell a full story of the character who uses it, the setting that it's in, and what the art style says for the tone of the story, all these amazing things. And we do that over the course of the week and doing things like storyboards and character designs and all this wonderful stuff. So I'd really say that's a perfect example, and even better, it's starting early, right? You're starting as early as like the summer before the requirements are even out, which is really what you need to do. So I started in late August this year with my portfolio, and honestly, I wish I had started earlier. But even that, I started early with personal mentorship and courses. So what I did was I started with just building my skills as much as possible. I didn't even really touch some of these final pieces until months later, because really what mentorship is not just at the end of the race, at the end of the portfolio, putting those final touches on the portfolio and polishing it, right? It's building your skills from the ground up. So stuff like courses, mentorship, taking the time to really like invest in yourself and have that time to train your skills is really, really important. So on top of mentorship and official teaching, which really I could not have done the portfolio without, you can't self-teach this stuff, right? You're trying to get your undergrad in Sheridan animation right before you even get in the program. So you really need as much help as you can get, and I find one of the other key aspects of training is having a community of really creative people. That is inspiring like you wouldn't believe, right? Just being around other people who are reaching towards the same goal and who are, helping you build out your creative inspiration is so important. And that really comes along with offerings like the Animation Tutors Drawing Club, which has both your courses with a manageable price and also the integration of the community that you get to just hop into and enjoy, which I find was just, especially this year, I really leaned into that, and I'm really glad that I did. So really, to cap it all off, I just think that you need to start early, start as early as you can, and allow these next couple years, depending on how long it takes you, right? Allow these years to really sink your teeth into this challenge and let yourself, invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to get the help that you need and reach out to people and form a community of artists so that you can really get where you want to go.